and welcome to our special Total Focus prediction of Miss USA 2020. I can't believe this is happening. I'm your host, Paul, and my guest with the most, former Miss USA Maryland 2017, Miss Maryland America 2018, Adrianna David is on the show. Welcome back.
Thank you, Paul. I'm so excited to be here. This is one of my favorite videos that we do every year.
Yes.
Or videos, podcast, my bad.
We'll get to the video part.
Yeah.
I was really debating if COVID was going to make this not possible this year, and I'm thankful that they're proceeding. I'm just hoping I'm praying that everyone will be safe. I'm
Yes.
very concerned. Memphis is in the state of Tennessee, and Tennessee is not doing that well. So I hope that everything goes well. But let's mention the rules. One, this is a competition between myself and Adriana, and the bet is always dinner. We actually do a bet as a three people competition. So whoever wins between America, USA, and Universe, out of that three, whoever wins the most owes the other person dinner. So that's the bet. Um, we're going to do honorable mentions for teen because teen is going to be held 2 days before USA. We do want to mention that it's going to be at the famous Elvis Presley homestead, which is called Grace Mansion. And it has very historical significance. That's where Elvis wrote several of his famous songs, as well as it's where they hold his airplane and 90% of his artifacts. They just recently built a hotel that actually looks like the original house, and I assume that's where they're going to be housing them. And at one time, they actually had a hotel called the Rhythm and Shake Rattle, the Shake Rattle. No, um, whatever one of those. They had a hotel that was named after one of the songs. I can't think of it right now. That said, they have built a brand new facility that's going to actually house the actual pageant, and it's actually across from the actual house. So it's going to be pretty cool that they're going to be able to basically have a pageant in the I guess the shadow of Elvis Presley's house where he died. So that's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, that's that. Thank you for all of the knowledge. I didn't know all of those facts about the location, but
yeah,
at first I was a little hesitant about Memphis. Just because I've only visited Memphis once, and I had a great time because I was with my sorority sister. But I've never really been there, or thought of it as a touristy place or anything. But I am happy to learn about this great new facility, and the pictures of this place looks awesome. So at least they'll be in a nice facility, and it won't have to be too like old. Or I know some girls like just in the past have complained that the facilities weren't updated or the hotel wasn't nice and stuff like that. So I'm excited that they will at least have a brand new space that is clearly drawing some attraction. And also, I know that even though COVID and everything's going on, that the audience, they're only doing, I think, 25% capacity. And literally, the tickets sold within like 1 hour. So now it's like some of the girls, I have a couple friends competing, or a few friends in Miss this year, and they're like, I hope my family can come. Like, tickets, like, parents are definitely allowed, and then like it's like siblings, I think, but I don't know really the nitty gritty. But they're all just like, yeah, only 25% capacity tickets because of the health regulations. So at least they're putting these regulations in place to keep people safe. And I totally agree that at least they're actually having the pageant instead of trying to do it virtually. Some pageants have been trying to like do pageants over Zoom with Zoom judges, and I think that would be very hard to choose a girl because it's so much different when you're in person than even watching it on TV. I can't imagine trying to do that through Zoom.
I absolutely agree. And, you know, USA cannot be a pageant that they do over the internet. It has to be in person. The only concern that I do is perhaps they could have made the bold step like America did and just decide that they were going to hold the titles and let the girls compete next year regardless of the age.
Yeah, I agree. They could have done that.
I want to step up. America gets crapped on a lot, and I want to specifically give a shout out to America. I think America did the right decision and made the decision to allow the parents and everyone to have a great opportunity. So I do commend America for making the bold stands and actually losing money and deciding to do it next year. So I think we should give everyone a round of applause for that. So I agree. That said, the pageant is going to be on November 9th, but the teen is going to be on the 7th. So that's a really important thing. So it's going to be a cool kind of long weekend. So that's really a fun thing to look forward to. So right after Halloween, we have this fun up and coming a pageant weekend, and it's not on national television, which is a shame, but at least it's still on cable. It's on the FYI network, which I believe is part of the NBC Universal family. So it's still a big network. It's just it's not on the local network, and I think that has to do specifically of what happened with Miss America. Miss America really, unfortunately, damaged, I think, the ratings in the pageant world, and with COVID and everything. I'm sure they couldn't get the sponsors, but FYE, I know specifically, is been trying to really push it, and it's more of like a magazine, cable network. So it has some kind of like daytime drama and some kind of what do we want to call social shows. So yeah, so I think it will probably be a good network. And it's mostly available on most cable networks. So if you look on DirecTV or on Comcast or whatever your provider is, I'm sure it's there as long as you don't have the basic cable. All right, so that said, to give you guys a really nice sum up, I'm really excited that the two queens that we are saying goodbye to are touting their natural hair. I know that I've mentioned in the past, and I really appreciate them doing that. And I love the I don't know if you noticed, did you see that they redesigned the teen's crown to more mimic the Ms. crown this year?
Yeah, I did notice that. Every year, the different jewelry companies, I guess, loan the crowns out to the title holders. I think they're still, correct. I'm pretty sure they're still in Mikimoto right now. The crowns, are they the ones with the pearls on them?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mikimoto is the designer of those crowns, and that was actually the crown that Pia always wanted to wear, but she wasn't crowned in it. So Mikimoto did this special photo shoot with her. Pia Wurtzbeck is my favorite Miss Universe, by the way, for the people listening. Anyway,
I think that would probably be for most people, but
yeah. Well, also, I just think I'm still obsessed with her content that she creates. So she's kind of and she was also one of the first Miss Universes I actually knew of because I was sort of late in the pageant game. So
it's okay,
a lot
darling.
of people have other
The most important thing is you get updated. That's it's like
yes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you get to the ballpark. It just matters that you get a hit. So.
Yes, thank you. So anyway,
so
moral of the story is that the Mikimoto crown is so beautiful, and I agree with you.
Yeah, awesome. I just like that they went of the idea of kind of having something that was matchy and having kind of like a sisterhood kind of. That was cool. And I like that the Miz is a bigger one and more prestigious. So I do like that, and I really do like that they emphasized their natural curly hair and it didn't make them downplay that and do anything. So I really appreciate that. All right, so again, the rules are for our listeners is we will pick the top 5 people. Now, if we get all 5, that means we get a perfect score. So the only way that we could lose is that my opponent, Adriana, would either get less than 4 or she would tie. If it's a tie, it's a tie. So that means that the next competition, which would be Universe, assuming that we'll have Universe, then whoever wins the Universe competition will owe the other person dinner. Now, and the chance that, like last year where we had a tie at the end, we had a tie, so no one owed anyone dinner last year. So, okay, so there is a way that we could come out of this owing no money, or you could owe someone dinner. Okay, so as long as everyone knows the rules. Now, Adriana, would you like to do some honorable mentions or any comments regarding the Ms. Photos, or do you want to go into your top 5 and then do honorable mentions and any kind of weird oddities that you'd like to point out? And I do want to stress out that in no way does the comments or our opinions supposed to influence or bring down any of the girls. This is supposed to be for solely fun. We are basing it on a simple fact of what we believe the photo is, because it is a beauty contest as much as USA is. And this is just a little bitter back and forth. And we would love for audience contest. So if you'd like to compete with us, make sure that you put your top 5 in the comments below. That said, what would you like to do? Would you like to do honorable mentions, or would you like to start with your top 5?
Okay, so I have a lot of friends competing in Miss this year. So this is really hard for me because obviously I'm biased and I want all of them to win and all of them to be in the top 5.
But you also have you have a competition here. So do you want to lose your dinner just to appease some friends? I'm just gonna be brutally honest here. So
what I'm thinking is that out of all my friends, aside from like what I know about their packages, because I don't know anything else about any of these girls, so I am gonna do it based on the photo. So I guess I'll start with honorable mentions then.
Okay.
Since I know that I have one of my close, dearest friends, Sierra Jackson, Miss District of Columbia. She was also Miss DC America several years ago. And fun fact, she was the first woman at Miss America to compete with a natural hair afro. And so she was kind of ahead of the whole natural hair movement. I know, obviously, it is very much at the forefront right now, but I don't want to get her year wrong that she was DC America, but I think it was 2015 or 2016.
I was going to say 16. I know she's really been pushing Black Lives Matter and really pushing for social change. So
exactly. She does like a live every week with a different person of color. She's been really on it. I just see a million photos of her, so I personally think this is not. I'm giving her an honorable mention today. I want her to be up there. I think she will be up there as a semifinalist. I have no doubt about it. But I think out of the photos today, hers will be my honorable mention photo.
Okay. I honestly don't have any honorable mentions. I'm very confident, and I'm
Well, I should also have it. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Maryland, Taylor Robinson, she's going to be my other honorable mention. I unfortunately haven't gotten to meet her in person yet, but we are, fun fact, signed with the same agency in New York City. Also, Mama J, Miss Maryland USA, 2015 is also signed with State New York, where we are all under the same agency. So that's kind of a little fun fact about us Maryland girls. But I've also seen a million photos of her. I love the orange blazer that she's wearing, but I think I'm going to give her an honorable mention too.
Okay.
So are you ready to go into the top 5?
Yeah, I just want to say for Maryland, I think it's a great photo, but I think that she's like heading more towards being a model, and I didn't know because I honestly have never seen her in the pageant in the Maryland scene. So I hope the best for her. But I know that like her modeling career, and I think that having the title she has is is going to do a great thing for her. And I think that's her end goal. So um,
Gotcha.
um, ladies first, or do you want to or do you want me to go?
You can go since you didn't have any honorable mentions.
Okay, so I'm going to start with West Virginia.
West Virginia.
So,
Okay.
FYI, guys, so what we do is after we actually break it down. So, West Virginia is wearing a red dress. She has a traditional kind of blown out Texas hair kind of look. She has a nice neckline that's really nice. One of the things that I've noticed this year is that some of the photos are like, I don't overemphasized, edited, or glossed eyes, and I just like that this photo is a little tamer than some of them, and I think that I think this is just for the whole pageant world. I think that's because of COVID. I think that a lot of the girls didn't have opportunity to do several photo shoots, so I think they're not given their entire allotment. So I think West Virginia is my lock for my first pick.
Interesting. I do not have her, but I like the red on her. I am not the biggest fan of the earrings because I like smaller earrings. I
You
mean,
think that's
don't get
big?
me
Wait,
wrong.
wait, wait. You think that's big?
No, they're
FYI,
not
guys,
big.
she hates big
I guess
earrings.
what I okay. Sorry, I should rephrase. I love big earrings. I love pageant earrings. I love them for stage. But I just think in the headshots, it kind of gives you an opportunity to not be as pageanty.
Okay.
So it's surprising for me sometimes that the girls like still want that like full pageant look, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's still a beauty contest as much as
Yes,
they.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, fine. Okay, so I will then start with my first pick, and my first pick based on photos, and because I love her, um, is New Jersey, Gina Mellon.
Jersey.
She went with a really natural. She was also the teen when she was Teen USA when I was Miss Maryland USA for New Jersey. So I've known Gina for several years, and she is so beautiful, but she went with a really natural look, and her eyes are popping, and it's just really mascara. I think she looks so stunningly beautiful. Her hair is even tousled a little bit. I think it's just a very natural but still stunning photo of her.
I think it is a nice photo. I just don't know. To me, having her neck jolt out there with the way they do that fade away with, it looks like her head is coming out of the clouds, and that's because they edited it that way. But I like the photo. I just like they made it look awkward because of the way they frame. If you look at the actual website, they have her name with the color behind it. It's making now.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Let me open it up and see the full photo. See, that looks much better.
Yeah, I've been clicking on the full photos.
The full photo looks much better. I love the neckline. That looks much better. They made it look bad. So, yep,
yeah,
the full.
That's the Miss USA website's fault.
Yeah, FYI, guys, if we get enough pool here, if someone's listening, can someone at the corporate level understand that doing things in alphabetical order and keeping it in that, regardless of how many times you refresh the page, would be so just like easier, helpful, because people actually want to be consistent, and every time you refresh the page, you shuffle the entire order, which is just not helpful. I mean, even it's just not helpful. Like, and it's not even, they're not even alphabetical, or it's not like you skip one and you revert. They're all jumbled up. So like, it's like if anyone's looking and they want to donate or whatever they want to do, people's choice.
Tell
like
them to fix the website.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, who's your second choice?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, hold on. Let me see. We have to scramble. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She has her natural hair, the gold,
Mm-hmm.
the smize is
See, it's
awesome.
not always about Photoshop. See,
Yes.
I can appreciate. Now, see, I remember I told you I really like the natural hair look, and
Mm-hmm.
um,
I like that the background is brown.
yes,
I
yes,
haven't seen that before. I really like because her skin. She's I don't know. She's all the way African
she's
American
wearing a
or she's
gold. She's wearing
mixed.
a gold dress. I love
But with
that.
her skin complexion, the dark tan, dark skin against the brown, like it makes her pop so much, and I've never seen that.
I I think she's a triple threat. I hope that she does well in an interview because a lot of this does hinder on how you do in your interview. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see. All right. So what is your second choice?
Okay, my second choice is going to have to be um Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, I think this is kind of similar to the way in New Jersey when I talked about was more natural, but she's still wearing, when you click on the photo, she's wearing a bedazzled like tank top dress, but her collarbone and her jawline and her cheekbones and her eyebrow, like all of this girl's features, Stephanie is her name, I think. Stephanie, your features, you literally look like a chiseled angel. And she also has really curly hair. I wish I could see more of her hair, but her bone structure is just really giving me life.
Yeah. I mean, just a natural beauty.
Yeah,
So
like and she has eyeshadow on in the crease a little bit and just a little like lip colored lip liner and lip gloss and it just accentuates her eyebrows are amazing. Like it I think it just really accentuates her beauty without looking like she's trying too hard.
yeah, it's a very interesting outfit too.
Because you can't really see it. The crop is interesting. I kind of wish it was cropped a little bit different. I will say that, but it still is a standout photo to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So my next pick is, even though I did mention her earlier, is Maryland.
Oh, nice.
Um, one of the things that a great model does is take a great headshot. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, one of the things I encourage any young lady or any man that is doing a competition that includes a photo, so you just need to practice modeling. And I mean, she's a incredible model, so it doesn't really shock me in any way that she has a great photo.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think they smoothed her hair a little bit more because there, or maybe she had no frizz because it just seems like it's a little fake around the edge. But that doesn't
I'm
really
kind
matter.
of wondering. I just clicked on it big, and at the bottom, is that her blouse that's like kind of in her. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, I don't think she has a bra on. I think that's one of
Is that
those.
just her hair that's kind of blurry and it's like a white dot and like what is that? Is that motion blur?
Might be motion blur.
That's interesting that they wouldn't crop that. But anyways, I
But she
love the
also
color
has
on
her
her.
finger. Well, are you talking about her finger over her boob? That
Is
that
that's what it is? That's her finger.
she
Oh,
to
okay, like
me
white nail polish. Yeah, I would have cropped that out
to
completely. That's
me
just
to me that they were taking photos with her topless with that
blazer.
blazer, which is fine. But it looks like they were trying to have more side boob, which okay. I just think that they should
Yeah.
had her arm down a little bit more so that it's not so obvious. Or maybe that was where her
I
Ola,
I
like a little bit of her
literally
nip was popping out because it's like it looks like it's specifically placed like she's covering it something.
yeah, yeah, I think I would have just cropped it because it's a stunning photo.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. Awesome.
Do you
Yay,
think that's
Taylor, I love
Fidel?
her. I think that's Carlos Velez,
Oh, okay.
if I had to guess. Carlos Velez photography or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive.
He's the New York guy, right?
Fidel is New York. Carlos is out of Miami, but Carlos travels.
Gotcha. All right. So, what is your number 3?
Okay, so my third pick is Mississippi,
Mississippi.
my Asia branch. I she was my she's just like me but swapped. She was Miss Mississippi America 2018, and then the next year she won Miss Mississippi USA, but since the years are off, she's 2020, so it seems like she skipped a year, but she really is back to back just because of the way they do the numbering differently.
That's crazy.
Um, yeah, and she was also the first. She's the first African American Miss Mississippi USA. So that's a really
Oh, wow.
awesome accomplishment for the
Wow.
state of Mississippi. Finally, um, but moral of the story is that I love her top. I love that she put her hair up.
It's so
I love
girly with
that
the little
it's
dots.
so girly, and it fits her personality so well, and that's why I love it, because she has the long hair and she could have done the long hair photo that everybody does, but I feel like this just gives you more, like, she's such a cute, quaint, sweet, genuine girl that's like so the girl next door. She could talk to anybody and she's so nice. Like, she even has this little high pitched voice and you think she's like the sweetest thing ever. So I think this picture for her really embodies her entire personality while also showing how beautiful she is.
I'm just reading her bio. She's attending Howard University for the
Harvard.
Harvard for the summer. So, um,
Also,
smart cookie.
yes, and also her platform, which is really amazing. She speaks on behalf of children of incarcerated parents because her dad was incarcerated when she was younger. And so that has been like she was a quality of life. She got second runner up. I was first runner up and she got second runner up to quality of life. So I know she's very dedicated to her community and especially to young kids who struggle with their parents being locked up.
Well, um, anytime you can win in both USA and America, in my opinion, that just shows how well rounded you are because both of those competitions are really based in two different, really foundations, and they don't really compete on the same level. So
Right.
it just shows how versatile yourself is and your sister queens are. Um, all right, so are you ready? So
Mm-hmm.
my fourth is Texas.
Texas. Well, Texas is usually so stunning, so I don't doubt you, but she's not one of my picks. So let me see. Oh, wait, actually, she was one of my ones. I agree. I agree. I
Um,
may have to agree with you. I can't. She's one of my maybes. I'm gonna
it's
decide at the end.
it's very just like it may be a little too edited, but like her eyes. There's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about it in our honorable mentions and just weird odysseys comments. There's this trending thing with the eyes this year, but I love the naked neckline that they do. And an FYI for all the really horrible people out there, she has a bra top on, guys. So don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. Okay. Um,
Right.
but I love the neckline. I really love the earrings because it gives you. It's not the size; it's just the color. I think she's gorgeous. Um, I I'm curious
I
how tall
agree.
she is.
I
She's
think if you're gonna pick big earrings, this is what I like. I like that the earrings are out of focus. I
yes,
like that they're actually turquoise and not like one of the pageanty looking stones. Like turquoise is a real natural stone. Um, her hair isn't it like she has amazing features. She was a maybe for me. I totally see what you see.
and her bio says that she was a NFL sideline reporter. So and she touted herself as a tomboy. So maybe she's gonna be able to mix it up with the contestants and give them a run for their money. So we'll see.
Yeah, true. Okay, so this is my fifth and final one, or
That
is this
was
my fourth?
my fourth, so that should be you're coming up fourth because I went first.
Oh, okay, you went first. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure that I
Hmm.
am not going wrong. Okay, so my fourth pick is another dear friend of mine, um, New York,
New
Andrea Gioval.
York, New York, New York.
She
Hmm.
is number one, stunning. Um, Number 2, honestly, I'm putting her in here because I think that she will be a finalist. I would say that this is a stunning photo of her, but it's not like my absolute favorite out of all the headshots. But I am completely biased in this choice. She is so um, qualified and able to be Miss USA, maybe even Miss Universe. Her walk is literally, I cannot wait for you guys to see her walk on this stage. It literally slays my life, her hips, her everything. Um, she's been another title holder in the Earth system.
Yes,
So I
she's
know
had a
she's had
national title
success.
already.
Yeah, so I know she's
She's
had success.
what I would say, she's a groomed pageant contestant. It's going to be extremely hard not to pick her, and it's going to be very hard to beat her if she's in top 5. So I think that people are going to be pretty. I would be scared if she's in top 5. And no, I mean serious, because like if this is a sporting competition, if it's a sporting competition, it's going to be hard to beat her. So.
Totally. And that's the other thing. Even though she is groomed, the best thing about Andrea is that she's still so down to earth, and she lives here in New York City, and we're always texting, and she's just a great girl in person too. I know some people think the girls that have done pageants their whole life are a certain way, and she does not exhibit that. So I'm really excited for her this year.
Well, then you got to get her to come on the show then.
Oh yeah, I will definitely put that mention in.
Yeah. That said, are you ready for our last pick?
I don't know. I'm still debating between 2 people. I'm trying to
Okay, well, I will tell you mine, and then I'll give you a couple minutes to pick. Okay.
Okay, I have the 2 girls. I just don't know who I'm picking.
Well, I mean, I will let you pick 6, but okay. How to do this? Because if they have a top 6, you can get half a point. If they have a pick 6, you can get half a point on either girl. So though it would so it'd still be equal as 5. You understand? So you would still have a tie. Okay. So if you want to do 6, so just FYI, if people are understanding that, if they out of nowhere do a top 6, which I don't think they will, but if they do a top 6, she will be able to have both. And they will only be worth half a point. So that would be a total of 5 points, because each girl is a point. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, who's yours? Who's your 5th?
So New Hampshire.
That was one of mine! I knew you were going to pick that one! She was one of mine too. I can't decide between her. Should I just say it now?
I mean, let's break her down, because let's give her give her props.
Her outfit
here's the thing. I know that you're probably gonna say this, is that you hate the hand in the face thing, and I was like really debating it, but oh my gosh, she's just so like, she's what I would call the definition of just like elegant. She's got that gorgeous white northern look. She has those gorgeous eyebrows.
She almost looks like she could be Middle Eastern, or maybe she's Italian. I can't really tell, but she definitely has.
I think
like
she's
some
Italian,
tan features.
But she doesn't have the Italian nose. She might have had a nose job.
Oh wait, Alyssa Fernandez. Maybe she's Latina. Oh. She's like, maybe I'm gonna assume she's Latina.
Okay, that's fine. I know. Any more? You just want to have a Latino Miss USA. So
yes, I that's all I'm ever looking for, because we're so. You would think we would be all the winners by now, but something's going on.
Well, eventually they're all gonna mix together, darling. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I also love this girl. I think she's so beautiful. I love the outfit top, and I think if her arm wasn't there, maybe I wouldn't like the outfit so much, because it is very glittery and lacy and stuff, and I feel like her arm kind of makes it more casual. So I am okay with the arm there this time.
The other thing that is really obvious, that if her arm was probably there, her nipples will probably be showing. So I think that's probably why. Maybe I'm just thinking into it too much.
Right. Yeah. No. I think
because it's so showy. It's so showy. And I think that's what they did to negate the nipple gate there. So
yeah.
All right. So
She's, I think, maybe just like the prettiest face of the whole group that we just picked.
It's a photo I don't think that has been really altered too much.
Right.
That said,
I think I want to pick her, but I will pick my sixth person because also.
Oh, so New Hampshire is your 5?
She's my 5th. That was my 5th.
Okay.
And then my 6th.
If they call 6, what would it be?
If they call 6, it would be Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
And mainly just because this energy she's exuding from this photo.
Oh my God.
She makes me want to pick her. Like, she's just like, I am the woman on top. She reminds me of almost like Tyra Banks from America's Next Top Model.
And she's being bold because she's wearing that leopard print kind of like
and I would never wear leopard. Like, I would not do that personally. So I love the risk she took. And since she's African American and has her natural curls, but it's like a pixie cut, so she kind of is playing on like the glamour of still having the short hair vibes. I really love it.
All right, so to recap, do you have everything set written down so we can recap? Because I have a short list, but I know I missed one person. So my list is West Virginia, Louisiana, Maryland, Texas, and New Hampshire. And from what I've recorded, Adriana's list is New York, Mississippi, D.C., New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and what was the 6th person?
I have New Jersey, Ohio. Yes. New York. Oh, no. Mississippi, New York, New Hampshire, Massachusetts.
Okay. So that is our competition. I would encourage our listeners to put their top 5 and
yes, write it in the comments.
If you can beat us, we will be happy to I will be happy to send you something. But it will be the only one person. So if we have multiple winners, I will.
If you beat us, I can also send you an autograph card. Extras.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, cool. So if you either, go ahead.
Are we still going to do a teen honorable mention?
Yes, but I wanted to address the Odysseys and honorable mentions, which we already did. So the Odysseys that I just wanted to, there is this editing thing going on this year, and I think that's going back to what I mentioned about the COVID issue, where they didn't get as many photo shoots, but there's this overemphasizing on the eyes, and I don't know if the editors are using the same software, but like Utah's eyes are just like popping. Like,
same with Wisconsin.
Yeah,
they kind of look like they're glazed over.
Yes, and I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying like it's obviously edited, and
Connecticut's is a little bit like that too.
Yeah, and I just think that as a photographer, if you guys don't realize I'm a photographer. The point is not to take away from the person, but to add to it. So that said, the other thing that we had talked before the competition is we have Wyoming that did an outdoor photo, and I've don't recall seeing that before. I don't know if that was because of COVID, but do you have anything to mention on that? Because I've never seen a competition photo be outside, but I mean.
Yeah, no, I personally haven't seen anybody do. I've seen natural light being used, but still in a studio.
Oh yeah, your photos are literally shot in a
garage.
A garage outside. Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, no, it's interesting that you can literally see the tree behind her.
So, there's no really weird colors in the background this year. I remember 2 years ago, the teen had a pink background, which I thought was a little weird.
Oh, yeah. Lots of people were doing the colored background.
Now, the one photo that just popped out on me that I'm just, to me, it doesn't scream USA. It screams like model photo is New Mexico. She has a leather jacket on, and she's looking like really like beautiful. but it's to me, it's not a pageant photo. It's more of a model photo. Like
I
even
agree.
Eddie,
I
and
agree. It
I don't.
looks
I
like
think
a
that's got to be because of
portfolio
COVID.
photo.
I think it's got to be because of COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
no, she's very pretty. She literally looks like she walked straight out of a casting.
and I think that would be a photo that we would do for your acting portfolio, but
Mm-hmm.
not for USA. And the last thing that I noted, which I'm just very pro, like being yourself and believing yourself, is I like we are seeing a lot of natural black hair. So there's a lot in the casting this year. We have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of curly, natural hair. DC, who else?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts,
The other one you
Hawaii.
chose, yeah, Hawaii, and then
I
who
just,
was
you know,
the
I
Louisiana.
I really I want to publicly say again that, I don't think that any woman should have to conform to any certain demographic, and I hope that every, African Americans, Latinos, white, blue, brown, orange, green. I hope everyone feels natural in their own skin and doesn't have to deform. And I just like to say that it's nice. I know past years everyone would have straightened hair and everyone would have a wig on to look
Right.
like a certain white styled Texas hairstyle. So it's just nice that we have some diversity. And I love that you were saying that your sister Queen has broken this artificial glass roof in Mississippi. So that's really awesome. So
Yes.
that's something to definitely be praised and to celebrate. So commend Mississippi for finally making the right decision and picking someone of ethnic diversity for the first time. So that said, we do not put the teens under the same fun whole lens because they are teens as well as the teen photos are really hard to judge for multiple reasons. One, they may have never modeled before, and two, they may have never been in a pageant before. So they have. It's really hard to judge, and I don't think it's fair. But I always like to do honorable mention. So, would you like to do your honorable mention for teen, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first since you went first last time.
Okay, go for it.
I think I like two teen photos.
Okay.
The first one I like is Arizona.
Arizona.
Molly Schwanz is her name. I think you can tell she's obviously older in the group. I think she's probably 19. But I think it's still friendly enough, and I love that purple color and the blouse, how it's a halter and you see the bow through her hair behind it. I think it's cute. I think it makes her look younger, which is what she's probably going for. And it's also just a nice, genuine smile. I also really like her ombre, like highlights, how they get lighter towards the end of her hair.
I love
And
it's
I just
very.
felt,
I love that it's covering up more. She has the show. She has the elbow, but she's
yeah,
still very covered for teen.
yes,
And
exactly.
she looks age appropriate. She looks very like happy and giggly, and that's how
Mm-hmm.
when you're young, you should be that way. So,
Yes. So she's my first honorable mention.
and what's your
Who's
other
yours?
mention?
My second honorable mention is Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I think similarly,
Oh, she looks so
she's
cute.
just
I love her.
she's so cute.
I
Isn't
mean,
she cute?
I don't want Pennsylvania to take this wrong way, but I really just want to squeeze her cute little
I
cheeks.
know, that's what I thought. And her teeth are so white, and she's wearing this white flowery blouse that literally makes her teeth pop even more.
Hmm.
She's of Asian descent, I'm assuming, and so maybe even Hawaiian. Maybe the flowers is just making me think that.
Well, let's see what her
Um,
profile says to see if we give any.
yeah, it says she goes to Penn State, which is where my sister went, so she has more brownie points in my book. And my brother's going there now too. But no, it doesn't say her ethnicity. But if I'm assuming, I would assume maybe Hawaiian. But I just
Varsity
think that
cheerleader.
I just think she's so cute, and you can see her personality and how sweet and warm she is, and that's important for me.
Well, the cheerleader is a big thing because cheerleaders usually have great composure, so she's probably going to do really good on stage. So we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll win. And then I'll pick the winner of a teen for the first time ever because I'm so bad at picking teens.
I think everyone is. To be honest, to our listeners, teen is like throwing a dart at your eyes closed because there's so many factors going in. I've personally worked with New Delaware and Maryland is the beautifulest teen I've ever worked with. She's really humble, but she's never ever modeled before, and she's only competed in one pageant, and she won the same pageant. So
she is so cute. Maryland is really cute. I just wish her headshot was better.
And Delaware, I didn't want to say that. Don't say that. And Delaware's teen is like, I mean, she's gonna be a runway model. She's taller than Adriana. Adriana's almost 6'1". I mean, she's almost 6 foot. So, like, she's a tall girl, and I believe Delaware's only 17. So Delaware is going to be a runway model. She's got a lot of talent. So that said, because I want my friends that I've worked with to feel good. My honorable mention is Oregon. So
okay, let me see. Yeah, Delaware is beautiful in her photo. She, I was just looking at her for the first time. I've seen the pictures you've taken of her, and you're right, is so beautifully tall. Okay, let me look at Oregon. Oregon.
Beautiful, natural, curly hair. Has that giggly, laugh. She has that perfectly girly pink outfit.
Oh my gosh, yes. She has the natural hair too.
Yes. I think it's a trend this year because we have so many. I think she just fits really imperfectly.
She is so cute, this girl. She looks like she could be your best friend.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know who she looks like is what's that television show that was on Disney Channel, and it was
Raven-Symoné.
She looks like Raven-Symoné.
Raven. She does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just in the slightest bit. Like but that's a good comparison. And
Absolutely.
I love her hair. I love the pink. I like her makeup. I wish her head was a little more straight on instead of profile, but I still think she achieved the goal.
Now, the crazy part, just to make us feel old, she's only 18 years old. That means that when she was born, she was -2 years old when I graduated high school. So
my gosh.
Just like stab me in the heart. So
oh my gosh.
All right. So I hope our listeners really enjoyed that. We will do a gloat and review episode after Miss USA. So just to follow up again, the pageant is going to be on November 9th, and there's going to be the teen competition on the 7th. So perhaps the week after, we will do the gloat video or podcast. And I hope you guys tune in. Adriana, is there anything else that you would like to mention regarding this? Anything going on in your life? Is there anything going on? Anything going on with Charity's Angels? I know we've had some losses with the family, but so we don't want to cause her to cry, but I think it's been a rough year for everyone, guys, and we appreciate all the support you've given to Charity's Angels, which is Adriana's,
Yeah, I can just say really quick.
Sure.
So Charity's Angels, we're a group of women who throw parties for a purpose. So basically, they're just like different charity fundraisers, and every event we donate to a different charity of our choice. And we started, our very first one was for the Kidney Project, who I'm also a spokesperson for, and that was my platform within pageantry. And they are developing a bioartificial kidney to replace dialysis. And all of that was in honor of my cousin, Juliana, who back in May did pass away, but she passed away from a tragic car accident. So it's been very unexpected, and we are so grateful. We had a sweatshirt campaign fundraiser, and we were able to raise, thanks to you guys, almost $100,000 towards. Thank you guys so much. In her honor, this is not the last of the work you will ever be hearing or seeing or hearing from me or from us, but
Now, does
to
that include
everyone,
does that include also the money to um, go towards all of her
yeah, the medical
medical and all that
expenses.
kind of stuff?
Yeah,
So
so
great.
the family had an outstanding debt
That's
because of
great.
her 16 years of dialysis and everything. So I think we're honestly going to be able to get it completely covered. I'm not sure yet. We're fingers crossing, but with everything that happened, I want to say thank you to all the listeners if you've heard our story, and just to be on the lookout, because I'm never stopping this pursuit and getting this kidney on the market. And I love my cousin so much, and I'm so happy that she's in heaven, and she loves pageants so much. She's the reason why I started pageants. So even doing and talking about pageants reminds me of her. So Juge, I love you. Thank you guys so much. And please be on the lookout for stuff we do in the future. But for now, we're letting this year play out.
I mean, I think that's just a course of what happened with COVID, and we can just consider this whole year a wash. And
Yeah.
I think everyone can kind of relate on that issue, and and that said, the best thing we all can do is continue to um, work hard and continue to try and make a difference in everyone's life that we really care about. So, one of the important things to point out is that most people that have kidney failure only live usually for 3 years after being diagnosed. Is that correct? And she lived for
Yes.
like 16 years. So,
Yeah, so
you
she
can see,
defied all the odds.
yes. So, in all sincerity, um, I would have not wanted her to struggle in another way. So, and for her to survive and really build a foundation and motivate a whole organization is really remarkable. So her mark on this world will not be forgotten in any way. And we at the Total Focus podcast really appreciate Adriana's time and appreciate all of the really hard work that she puts into really raising money and making a difference, because what most people don't realize is that is it 1 in 10 people come down with kidney failure in some portion? Is it 1 in 20? I forget the ratio.
There's a lot of different statistics, but the main one that I always use is that 12 people die a day waiting for a kidney.
So that's a huge group of the population that could have just a normal case of life. And to give it this really perspective, guys, when you have kidney failure and you have to have someone go and have a treatment, they have to go sit there for like almost the entire day to have the kidneys flushed out. So yeah, your life changes and you don't really. So we appreciate all of the support and raising money and putting together an artificial kidney. So and I appreciate you bringing that up, Adriana. So
thank you again. It's so good to be back. I'll see you later, Paul.
yes, and we will catch up with you guys, and we will do our recap the week after USA. Enjoy, and I hope you guys try and beat us.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment your top 5 choices.